In a highly anticipated Premier League match, Manchester City managed to claw back a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. But many were left puzzled by Pep Guardiola's seemingly passive approach throughout the second half. Typically known for his micromanagement and tactical tweaks, Guardiola was uncharacteristically conservative, especially given the changing dynamics Arsenal presented. The first half was a different contest, open and fiercely contested, with City edging it in terms of control despite being 2-1 down at the break thanks to an extraordinary long-range strike from Ricardo Calafiori and a set-piece header from Gabriel. City had their moments and were orchestrating play fluidly. City's initial system of a 3-1-5-1 formation with Kyle Walker tucking in from right back, Josko Gvardiol moving inside, and Rodri holding the midfield seemed effective initially. However, Arsenal's resilient defense under Mikel Arteta adapted swiftly, switching to a 5-4-0 formation after Leandro Trossard's red card early in the second half. Later, Arteta went to the extreme by deploying a 6-3-0 system to maintain the lead. Throughout these changes from Arsenal, Guardiola astonishingly kept his side setup largely the same. Guardiola's substitutions were few and late. It wasn't until the 70th minute that he began to make notable changes. Mateo Kovacic had replaced the injured Rodri, but it did little to alter the tactical shape that had grown stale against Arsenal's compact defenses. Guardiola's hesitancy to adapt more aggressively meant City spent a lot of time struggling to break through. Ruben Dias often caught in possession and taking speculative long-range shots that posed little threat. The inclusion of John Stones in the dying moments of the game proved crucial as he netted the late equalizer. But it also highlighted how Guardiola's reluctance to introduce him earlier might have cost City a more commanding performance. Stone's technical ability and forward drive were what City needed against a defensive Arsenal side. For a manager celebrated for his inventive use of players, such as deploying midfielders in defensive roles to enhance possession and distribution. It was odd seeing him stick with a conventional defensive lineup when more creativity was demanded. The narrative could have been different if Guardiola had employed a more dynamic approach sooner, perhaps integrating players like Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Rico Lewis earlier to exploit Arsenal's deep defensive lines. This passivity appeared even more mystifying in an era where managers can use up to 5 substitutions, providing ample opportunity to refresh tactics and personnel. Guardiola's cautious approach raises questions, especially given his historical willingness to innovate. In hindsight, Guardiola may feel his patience was justified with Stone's late equalizer, but it seemed more a stroke of luck than the result of a master tactical plan. This match may serve as a reflection point for Guardiola to blend his defensive stability with the creative flair that has been a hallmark of his successful managerial career. Ultimately, while City avoided defeat, Guardiola's uncharacteristic passivity left fans and analysts alike wondering what might have been with a more aggressive tactical shuffle.